Hello there, it's Denise with Ladybug Stampin here with another video tutorial for you. Today we're going to be making cards for the group I'm a part of called Christmas Challenge Stampathon 2018. It's a group of demonstrators from around the world. We have Ruth with Artful Stampin over in the UK. Then we have Ellen Woodbridge and Rosalie Desmond who are demonstrators in Australia. And so what we had decided to do is we created a group that would, every month we would create a project leading up to Christmas to help people and ourselves get ready for Christmas. So last month for January, on January 25th, we did 10 Christmas tags. And this month we decided to do non-traditional Christmas colors. So one of my favorite sets is the barn door. And I, looked around on Google and tried to find some colors for non-traditional colors, and I had found this beautiful tree that had a big yellow bow on it, and beside it had this gingham material pillow. So that's how I came up with my colors, and I wanted to use the barn door. So I know the wreath may not look Christmassy, but it still can be a nice Christmas card. And so this is what we're going to be creating today, okay? So we're going to be using the Barn Door bundle, and this is in the Occasions catalog. It comes with a stamp set and, of course, the dies. And then for the sentiment, I decided to choose a sentiment from another favorite of mine called Christmas Pines, and it's the tidings of comfort and joy. I just thought that really went well with this card. So let's get started. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take we have crushed curry. No, this is So Saffron. I'm sorry. So Saffron cardstock cut at 8.5 by 5.5. And we're just going to take this. This is going to be our card base. And we're going to take it and I'm going to burnish this line. Make our card base like a tent. Okay, we'll put that aside. Then we're going to take a piece of smoky slate cardstock. This is cut at 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And I'm going to take this, and we're going to be using our new, I think this is called Striped Lines. And I'm just trying to create some boards. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in here. Now, I will say about this, when I put it in here, I wanted the lines to be kind of even, so I kind of just lined it up where one line was right at the top here and the line was right towards the bottom. And I close this up, and I'm going to run it through my Big Shot through the magic of television. I already have one scored for you, or ran through there. So this is embossed, and you have this side. Then of course you have I like to call this the valley and the mountain side. Of course it's embossed, and we're going to use this side. So we're going to take this, let's go ahead and get this done real quick, and we're going to take our die cuts called the sliding door. It's got all these fabulous pieces onto this set. Okay, so we're going to take this right here. This is for our door track, and I am going to I want it about 1/4 from the edge, and we're going to run this through the Big Shot. Okay, again, I already have a piece cut for us. So as you can see with this is a little bit larger. And so once I cut this piece right here, all I did was I moved it up straight up the track, and I went over on this side to be about 1/4 inch on this side as well. And then I ran it through the Big Shot again, which gave me a slightly larger track. And the reason why I did that is because I really wanted the door, if you had the door open, I guess you could say, you would be able to see the sentiment. So when you set it on your table or wherever you put your Christmas cards, you'd be able to see that with the door. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we'll put this to the side for right now, and we're going to do some stamping. So you're going to need first we'll do our sentiment from the Christmas Pine set. And this is a 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 piece of cardstock. We're going to take out our sentiment. We're just going to put it on our block here. And we're going to be using, for the sentiment, I am going to use basic gray. I want a little bit darker color. Put that in there, and then we're just going to take this and center it as best as we can. Okay. All right, that's great. Let's close this up. And then I decided that I wanted some color around it. So what I decided to do is I took one of my sponges and I took some So Saffron. Let's move this ink out of the way since we're done with it. And I just dabbed it a little bit in there. And then I just kind of went around the edges. All the way around. Now these colors, you guys, it is definitely non-traditional, but I really like this barn door set, and I love gingham, so just seemed like a natural fit. And yes, it may not have pine cones or you know, pine on there, because I did struggle with that when I was making this. It's got the flowers because not everybody does that, and I did do some research to see kind of what was on trend and different things. And so, all right, that looks good. All right, we'll put this, and you know, it's your choice. It's what you want to make your Christmas. All right, so that's our one piece of Stampin'. We'll put that to the side. Then you're just gonna need a scrap piece of Whisper White, and we're going to, first we're going to pick this one. This reminds me of like the twig wreaths that they sell like at Hobby Lobby or, you know, Michael's. So I'm just going to take this one. First, let's stamp this one. And we're going to stamp it in Smoky Slate. I wanted to kind of keep with that kind of theme. Oh, I just dropped something on the floor. Sorry. And we're just going to stamp one right here. Then put that to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and clean my stamp set real quick using our scrubber. I love this scrubber because it's so big, and it tells you right here, this has got little raindrops, so you know that's the wet side. And then this has got a little sunshine. No, this is the dry side. I love that. All right, so we'll put that right there. We're going to put this back. And then, so I wanted to use that same block. And then we're going to bring out the one with the wreath that's got the 3 flowers on here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our So Saffron back out. And we're going to stamp this twice. So we're going to stamp it once. And then stamp it a second time. Okay. Because really all we're wanting is the flowers off of that set. Alright, let me clean my stamp set again. Alright, put that over there. Okay, so then we're going to bring our die cuts back over. And let's get out our magnetic plate. Set our paper on here. And we're going to take our die cut for the twine wreath, I'll call it, or twig wreath, whatever you would like to call it. I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't buy them a lot. And then we're going to take the 3 individual flowers. And we're going to take the big one. And we're going to put it on here. And then, okay, that's not going to play with me nice. And take this medium one and we'll put it right here. And the small one we'll put right here. Now, since we need, on here, we're going to need our hardware, our door handle, our rollers, and then our track. And this actually, the track I cut separate. So we're just going to cut these 3 pieces. We can go ahead and grab a piece of spare basic black, and we're just going to lay this all down. See if it'll sit with me, play with me nice. And then we're going to run this. Well, sometimes you can use washi to hold it down too, but sometimes the magnets you have to shake them in there. Then put your plate on top, and we're going to run this through the big shop. But thankfully, I already have some ready for you. So we're going to take this over here, and this is our flowers, and these are our tracks. Now I tried to keep them on this block because it was easier for me to get a hold of when I needed them. So let me just put them back on here. Okay. Whoop. That got caught on something. And then I just took some basic black, and I had a bunch of extra pieces, scrap pieces, and I cut this 1/16, and I think this is cut to like maybe 5 inches. I think it is. Let's see. About 4 7/8. This is what this for the track. Okay, so I'm gonna put this to the side. And oh, we gotta do our door. We gotta cut our door. I knew there was something I was gonna show you guys how to cut. So I grabbed some paper from our wood paper stack, and I needed something that was similar to the basic gray, and I went with this nice little. And I want the lines of the tree to be going down, so it's all the same. I don't want them going this way. I want that way. So we're going to get our door, put it on our block, and make it straight as possible. We're going to take our basic gray. So I want it to be a little bit darker. And we're just going to ink it up. Kind of a bigger stamp, so I just did it like this. And we're going to stamp our door. Okay. And then, put this right here. We're going to take, in this set, there is a door die cut just for the door. And it's this one right here. So we're going to place this, and I'm going to run this through the Big Shot, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And we cut that door using that frame, and look, pops right out. So we have that now. Okay, so now it's time to put this together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take my door, and I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put it on here and put it on the tracks. Now, one thing you can use is you can use some number 6 washers on the back to make it slide. But I seen a tip from another demonstrator, and I wanted to show you guys how to do this because it might be a little bit cheaper, a little less inexpensive. And I'm just going to make sure, before I flip it over, I just want to make sure this is lined up so it's, you know, fairly even along the side. Flip it over, and I'm going to hold it. And then I'm going to bring over our mini dimensionals, and I'm going to put a dimensional and use these, and I'm going to stack them up. Let's see, put this one right here. And I want to point out one thing that I did when I was doing this, is that first of all, you're not going to put them that close. You want to put them a little far in from the edge of the door. Don't put them too close to that door. This side, you can see I've got it pretty much on there. But I tend to put that closer to the door, and then you can see the other piece that I'm going to be using. So we're going to take all the backing off of that, and then we're going to stack. We're going to put another stack of dimensionals. And I even thought about doing 3 dimensionals, 3 high. And I think I might on this card. Just to see the difference between the other 2. Okay. Or the other 3 that I've done. Well, no, I think I did 1 on one card, 2 on the next 2 cards, and this one for you guys, I'm going to do 3. We're going to see if this works. Just because it makes it a little bit easier to slide the door. Okay. Okay, so we have, I keep dropping stuff. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of Whisper White cardstock that I had right beside me somewhere. Here it is. And this is about 1/2 inch, a little over 1/2 inch. And I'm going to take our 1/2 inch circle punch, and I'm going to punch out 4 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then I'm going to take, and I'm just going to set them on top of here on each dimensional. So it's almost going to be kind of like a washer. Oh, it'll almost look like that. Just make sure it doesn't hit the edge. I had to trim one of my cards. Okay, let's see. Now we can slide it, but we won't really be able to see it until we get it on the card itself. Okay, so let's put this kind of towards the middle. Now we're going to get out our foam strips, our foam adhesive strips, and these are really long strips. So you can use them for shaker cards. They're really meant for shaker cards because you can move them around and shape them, and then of course cut them. But I use them to lift up things as well, like this, especially for the barn door. But now I already have some cut down because I had used this for another project and I had some cut down, so we're just going to use, well, not that one. We're going to use the next one. And we're just going to start placing these. And then you want to place this as close to the track as possible to these two pieces right here. So it kind of gives it some lift, okay, on the back of the card for those to move. And you want to place the next one kind of close to it as well. That way, and it will stay in there. It'll help it. It helps it to for it to slide around. And then this one over here. You don't want it too close though, but just close enough. Okay, all right. Now, let's get to taking these strips off. Okay, so we'll take this one off. I'm going to hold on to this one that's got the backing and just take these off. Okay. Sometimes I can grab the strips, the paper, and sometimes I can't. You guys, this is a really fun challenge. And let me say this. There are, oh, I keep dropping stuff. There is, whoops. This is a fun challenge. And there are prizes involved. And so, what we're going to do is, we've changed the rules up just a little bit from last month. Let me put this on, and then I'll explain. Let's see if I can do this without hovering over it. Make sure it's even. We'll see when I lift it up. Oh, pretty good, Denise. We've changed it a little bit by each month that you join, the first month that you join. Oh, see how this right here is sticking out a little bit? I was too close. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm just going to take my paper snips and I'm just going to see if I can tuck that in a little bit. I wasn't paying attention on that end. We don't want the strip, the adhesive to show. Oh, there you go. Easy fix. That the first month you participate, you get 1 ticket. The second month you participate, you get 2 tickets. And then third month, you get 3 and so on. And then all your names per each country is entered into a drawing. And one person from each country is drawn. And then what happens is you win some free product, and I think the UK is like $50 worth. The US is $60 worth. I'd have to confirm that. I'll put that in the details on my blog. And then the UK, and then Australia, I think was 80. But I'm not sure. So, but you get some free product that we will be sending you a big box of goodies. Okay, we're just going to put some Tombow on the back of that, and I'm just going to lay it right here. Now, I just want to see if this is going to, there we go. It's going to slide. There we go. I think I like the 3 better. Still cheaper than the washers, especially if you're making a bunch of these. So, okay, so let's put the rest of the stuff on here. The next thing we're going to take our track, and I'm just going to use some Tombow. Let's put these out here so you can kind of see what I'm making. I'm just going to take some Tombow and just put it on. Okay, if it's not in the middle, it's not a great big deal. And then, whoops. Let's lay this. Oh, you guys know what I just did? I put my door on backwards, or this on back. I wonder if I could. No, I can't, because see, I've already made this. Okay, we're going to make this work. We're just going to make this one work. It'll be a little bit different than the other ones. Okay, so this is where my track should have gone. I was really careful with these ones, and then I wasn't with this one right here. Okay, that's okay. All right, so we'll put our track on. And then let's get our rollers. And I'm just going to use some tweezers here. You think they'll notice? You know what I probably could do with that is put some snow on here at the bottom. I'm just going to turn this to the side so I can kind of see. Okay. Just kind of lay that down. Because you want that track to be on that track. And it should be above that, the long track piece. But again, it's okay. All right, let me see if you guys can get down a little bit further and see. I just want to make sure it's lined up with this piece here. So okay. All right, and then we're going to take our door handle and put a little drop of Tombow. And you get a little Tombow, don't worry, it dries clear. There we go. All right, now we're going to take our wreath here, and we're going to do a little trimming. And we're just going to trim this bow off like this. All right, and then I'm going to take some of our basic gray. Is this basic gray or is it smoky slate? Nope, smoky slate gingham ribbon. And I'm going to make a bow with it. But thankfully for you guys, I've already made the bow because it did take me a minute because it's kind of small. And so I just made it a little smaller. And I'm going to take these and our trimmers and just kind of trim the ends off a little bit. Our scissors. Did I say trimmer? And then I'm going to get a glue dot here and put it right here. And then I just want to see how I want to put my bow. I want it to so you don't see where I cut. All right, there we go. Now we're going to take our flowers. I'm going to hold it because these things are little and they are hard to pick up with my fingernails. So I'm going to put a mini dimensional on the back of it. And then this is the bigger one. Just kind of want to put it right there. And then this little tiny one, I'm just going to take. See, I can't pick that up. Oh, there we go. That's why I put them on the block. And I'm just going to set it down in there. And I want it to be kind of like tucked underneath it a little bit. All right. Then we'll take the medium one, I call it. We're going to take another dimensional. Put it on the top. Close, take the piece off. And there you go. And that one's going to go. And then we'll take a little bit of Tombow around the wreath. So you guys can see. I hope you guys were seeing that when I was putting that down. I just now looked up at my camera. And we're just going to kind of sit it down in there and let it set a little bit. Okay, let's clean up my mess. Then you can take your fingers and just use your track to move the door. Now there's nothing over here, and you definitely can put something on that side too. I just wanted to have it just one side, because when the door opens. So this looks like the side of the barn or your house, depending on if you have. I'm gonna have barn doors on my future tiny house, so that's fine with me. And then when you open it up, there's your greeting. I kind of like this. It's going to take a minute for this to set up. And I think, and I will give you another tip, is that the more you move the track, it works better. But I think I like the 3 dimensionals compared. This is 2. And you kind of have to, I use the bow to kind of pick it up and move it. So, all right, there you go. There are my, oops, here's the other one. My 4 cards for our Christmas Challenge Stampathon. And this month's February 25th through March 24th is your timeline to get these posted onto the group. We do have a thread where we would like for you to post it in the comments, and to make sure that when you post it in the comments that you also add your region where you're from, the area you're from. All right, so thanks guys for joining me. Have a great week, and I will see you next time.